All right, we are live. We're back. Didn't put an episode out last week, late in the week. I think we're just gonna go to one episode a week from now on. We'll just cram it all in. Just a little more talk about that way. I don't feel rushed or shit like that. But we're doing one episode a week. We're watching the game right now. Obviously, it's not on, but Lions are up 9-0 halfway through the second quarter. Took the Lions -7. Do I feel confident about it right now? Yeah, but I mean, Jimmy G does not look good. He threw an interception. I mean, turnovers back and forth. Lions all the way, though. I like the Lions. Like I said, they're a top 3 team in my mind in the NFC. Top 3 team. Beyond the spread. I think that's what we're going with. Okay? Just a little teaser. Beyond the spread. What's going on in the sports world right now? Okay? We got the World Series. It's 1-1. Rangers are up 3-0 right now. I didn't see what inning it was. NBA is going on. I love the NBA. I absolutely love it. I love watching a game when football's not on, all that kind of stuff. It's just hard to keep up with when there's, 82 games and there's 12 games a night. I mean, let's run through it real quick, but it's just... Shit, let me get out of here. Oh, fuck. Top events. Here we go. Yeah, Lions up 9-0. Rangers up 3-0, top of 5th. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nuggets are playing right now. Let's go. Nuggets are 3-0. That's big time. But I mean, yeah, it's just, and I don't have NBA TV. I'll stream the games. You know what I mean? I'll stream the games. But yeah, it's I love the NBA. I love seeing clips. I love seeing everything's on. It is a sport equinox day. That's crazy when there's like 5 sports on. That was my next thing. Sport equinox. NBA, MLB, football. There was a Rapids game. There's hockey going on right now. Just so much stuff going on. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love seeing highlights on Twitter. I love seeing highlights on Instagram. I love seeing the news that comes out of all this. I love it. Big things. We're going to talk about a few of the NFL games that happened yesterday. We're not going to go through all of them, but some big news that's developing that I saw earlier today. We all know what happened to Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles on that play. It is amazing that, I mean, I know an Achilles tear is, it's not a common thing, but when it does happen, you recognize it. So, like, if you remember when Aaron Rodgers, like the video, you saw it pop, like, or protrude, whatever the terminology is. You saw it pop, and the same thing happened to Kirk Cousins. I remember when the Aaron Rodgers Achilles happened, we were like, "Oh, no one's a doctor. No one is a doctor. You guys don't know what you're talking about. It's just a blah 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 blah." It's like, no, that's a torn Achilles. And then, at least for me, when I saw the Kirk Cousins one, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a torn Achilles. I've seen this before." Aaron Rodgers did this. He tore his Achilles. The same thing happened. It popped. So I thought that was funny. Not funny for Kirk Cousins, though, okay? Not funny for Kirk Cousins. The dude's been balling out the entire year. He put the team on his back the last couple of weeks. You hate to see it because he's on a contract year. You can't franchise tag him. It sucks. It sucks. But the good news, there were some names being floated around that, you could see going to Minnesota to kind of finish out the year. Who wants to come in? Obviously, they're not going to be a playoff team now. I mean, unless you go get a guy. The name that got floated around, Jameis Winston to the Vikings. It's a good move. Is it a good move? I don't know. I like Jameis. I mean, he throws, what was that season? He had like 50 touchdowns and like 50 interceptions. I mean, he chucks the ball. Respect. But that's the name being floated around right now. Don't really know how I feel about it. It hasn't really set in until I see him in the uniform. It's exciting. I mean, no Justin Jefferson, though. Jordan Addison's looking like a dog. Hawkinson's a dog. Cam Akers is looking good since he just got traded there from the Rams. I don't know. Do you want to, kind of just ride your back out? You want to ride the backup throughout the year? Kind of, just kind of say, hey, we're going to wait for Kirk Cousins to get back next year, or we're going to go get a quarterback, something like that. Who knows? Jameis would be fun, though. I will say that. Jameis would be fun. All right, let's talk about the games. Again, we're not going through all of them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I just said I took the Lions -7. They're up 9-0. we're going to talk about 6 games. There were some games that were like, whatever. Like the Jags-Steelers game. Shout out Kenny Pickett. He got hurt. That sucks. But it was like, I didn't really see anything that I was entertained. Like, it was a good game, but it was muddy. It was a gross, rainy game. Just didn't, shout out Kenny Pickett, though. There were some injuries this weekend. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. We don't support injuries. This is a players podcast. I'm not a player, but we support the players. Falcons 23, Titans 28. Will Levis, the guy? I think he's the guy. He had 3 tutties. D-Hop had 3, or Will threw like 4, I think. D-Hop had 3 of them, though. I mean, one of them, he threw off his back foot 50 yards down the field. Now, it was the Falcons. Desmond Ridder, he had a bad, I don't even call it a bounce back week last week against the Bucs. I mean, Desmond Ridder doesn't know how not to turn the ball over. He's either fumbling or throwing interceptions. There's no in between. He's doing one or the other. So, I mean, good for Will Levis. It was exciting. I did take the Falcons. Again, I didn't get picks last week, but I did take some picks privately and quietly, so I took the Falcons because I didn't believe in Will Levis. I don't know what he was going to look like. I know they had the other guy, Malik Willis, they had him rotating at quarterback too. So, I mean, Will Levis was the show. I mean, how do you not start him from here on out? I don't care if Ryan Tannehill's healthy or not. You start Will Levis from here on out the rest of the season. Why not? Unless fluke game, beginner's luck. I don't know. I don't know who the Titans face next. But that was an entertaining game. I did like that game a lot. Falcons. What's his name got in? The backup for the fucking... Desmond Ridder did go into concussion protocol, which I don't remember them showing a clip of him getting concussion. I mean, I'm not going to judge anything, but it's like, no, we didn't see the hit. I mean, maybe someone just pulled him out. What's his name? Taylor Heineke. He came in, put on a show. I think Heineke's going to be the guy the rest of the year. If you really think about it, the Falcons are kind of a quarterback away. If we're being completely honest, they're kind of a quarterback away. Are they young on offense? Yeah, but that can develop pretty quickly. That defense is pretty good to keep you in some games and not get blown out. But I mean, they're kind of a quarterback away. They're not totally a quarterback away, but they're kind of a quarterback away. So yeah, Will Levis, good for you, man. Shout out you. This was an absolute blowout. Rams 20, Cowboys 43. I took the Rams +6. Dumb move. I thought they were an okay team. They're not. They're bad. They're not good. They're not a good football team. I don't know the status of Matthew Stafford. I know that injury that he had. I mean, he threw the ball sidearm and turned his hand over, and his thumb went straight into a Cowboys helmet. That hurts. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt so bad. But I mean, Rams are a bad team. Let's just say that. They are. I mean, you got Aaron Donald, sure. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Puka Nacua. I don't know their running back situation. Freeman's there, I think. I mean, yeah, and I don't know. The Cowboys just absolutely laid it on them. I mean, it was 17-3 in the first quarter, and it was like, okay, yeah, the Rams are not moving the ball at all. I think Matthew Stafford had 100 yards almost at the end of the second quarter. That Dallas defense showed up when it wants to, and they just dominated the entire game. So Dallas is a good team when they want to be. That's my takeaway. They have this almost aura about them. They're like, okay, this is going to be a close game, so we got to play kind of bad and kind of play slow. But when they know they can go in and dominate a team, they just blow them right over. Why don't you just do that every game? I don't know where you want to rank the Cowboys. I think they're definitely a B tier kind of team in the NFC, maybe in the NFL overall. NFL overall, I think they're low A, high B. But in the NFC, they're B team. There's only 3 teams in the A tier for the NFC. I know it's a lot of letters being thrown at you. But yeah, Rams 20, Cowboys 43. Good for the Cowboys. Get back on track. Vikings 24, Packers 10. Like we said, Kirk Cousins, tore his Achilles. Shout out Kirk. Prayers. Packers. Packers. Bad. They're bad. I mean, Broncos. We'll get to the Broncos because that was a crazy game. But Packers are bad. They have no identity on offense. Their defense is kind of rolling over. I mean, Jordan Love. He's just not on the same page as Matt LaFleur. And you've been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 3-4 years now. 3 years. And it's just like, nothing is clicking. They haven't scored a touchdown in the first half at all this season. It's just been bad. You can't score 10 points and expect to win. Vikings, again, you won the game, but you really lost overall. No Kirk Cousins. He was the heart and soul of that team almost. I mean, they were starting to turn around. You could kind of feel the Vikings were starting to turn around. At least in my opinion. You beat the Bears. You beat the 49ers. Where do you go from here? Kirk Cousins gets hurt. That sucks. Packers, bad. They are bottom of the barrel kind of bad. I mean, I thought the Broncos were bad. Packers are bad. Malo. Muy malo. Yeah, that was an ugly game for the Packers. Saints 38, Colts 27. Gardner Minshew, fun quarterback. He is a fun quarterback. He is out there making plays left and right. I mean, if Anthony Richardson he's not gonna play this season. I know that, but when he comes back next year, and if he takes that next level, like progressing, this team's gonna be fun. This team's gonna be really fun, and they're gonna be good. That defense is. I mean, they give up 38 points to the Saints, so maybe not. But that offense, when Jonathan Taylor's there, Pittman's going. I mean, they look fun. They are fun. Saints, who knows? You find? I mean, was I watching Dan Orlovsky? Was I listening to Dan Orlovsky? What was that? Did you guys see that? What was that? Dan Orlovsky, he said that Derek Carr needs to push the ball down the field. When he throws the ball down the field, good things happen. And what do you know? They threw the ball down the field, and good things happen. This is what this offense is built for. You have speed on the outside. You have Michael Thomas wherever you want. You got Alvin Kamara wherever you want. They can do it all on offense, and that defense isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not a really good defense, but it's good enough to win you games. I mean, 27 to the Colts with Gardner Minshew. You can kind of hang your hat on that because Gardner Minshew's been playing out of control. He's been playing good ball lately. Good ball. But I mean, the Saints, this is what you're meant for right here. You're supposed to score this amount of points with that offense. I mean, Chris Olave, you got the weapons all around you. Derek Carr just needs to make some more plays, which he did. And I mean, good for the Saints. Good for the Saints. They won. I did take the Colts in a little parlay. So it kind of hurt, and I needed the Colts to win. They were right there for a minute. They were right there. I should have cashed out. I didn't. I saw the number. I was like, oh, when it gets back to this number, I'm going to cash out. Because the way the Saints were rolling, it was like, probably not going to happen. So whatever. But Saints, good win. I mean, that division is all that division's up for grabs. That division is up for grabs. NFC South, up for grabs. I mean, who knows what the Bucs are going to do. Saints look good enough to win. I don't know. The Falcons, but we'll just keep rolling along. Chiefs 9, Broncos 24. The streak is over for Patty. He was undefeated against every AFC West division rival, excuse me. Russ, let's start with Russ. Let's start with the Broncos. Actually, you know what? Let's start with Patty. Didn't have his best game. They had 4 turnovers. He got strip sacked. He threw a couple interceptions. Did not look good. He did get put on IR early on Sunday for being sick. Yeah, boy, you sick. Yeah, you poop now. No, I'm just kidding. Just didn't look good. Maybe Taylor Swift is the key. Maybe you need Taylor Swift to be there at every game so they could win. I don't know. I mean, it was cold here in Denver. It was cold. Snow was on the ground. It was chilly. I was supposed to go to that game. It was too cold. Should have went though, just to see the Chiefs lose. It was. I slept great last night. Woke up happy that the Broncos won. I was just so happy. Yeah. So the Russ. my buddy texted me. He said Russ only had five throws over 5 or 10 yards throughout the entire game yesterday. Not what you want to see, but I mean, if take what the defense gives you, right? Take what the defense gives you. So, Russell Wilson ranks near the top of the league in most categories this season. This is ML Football on Twitter. Passed TD to interception ratio, second in the NFL. Passing TDs, fourth in the NFL. Passing TDs to attempts, first in the NFL. Passing rating, fourth in the NFL. Fourth quarter comeback, tied for first in the NFL. Two things. I'm happy. It was like last week. I'm happy, or 2 weeks ago. I'm happy that the Broncos won. I am. It brings joy. It brings energy to the city, you know? We have the Avs. We got the Nuggets. Broncos win a few games. We're good. At least this year. Okay? Happy. I'm happy that they won. I love seeing, Denver, be happy for the Broncos. But are we thinking long-term? Because Arizona is the worst team in the NFL right now behind the Bears. Bears have the first and second round pick, first pick and the second pick in the first draft right now. Who knows what the Cardinals are going to do? I don't want Kyler Murray here. I can tell you that much. I don't want Josh Dobbs here. I don't want Justin Fields. Maybe Justin Fields. We'll sit on that one for a while. Maybe Justin Fields. I want Drake May or Caleb Williams. That's all I want. And if we keep winning, I love it. I love winning. But at the same time, Russ isn't the long-term answer, right? Russ is not the long-term answer. Is he playing good ball? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. He's playing good ball. But from a long-term perspective, I want to win more than 3 or 4 games a year. And Caleb or Drake May or whoever we go get and Sean Payton, I like that matchup. I like that duo. I know we're getting rid of the offense. I know Judy's going to be gone. I know Court's going to be gone. I'm surprised he didn't get traded today. I'm shocked. I'm shocked I haven't seen anything. Garrett Bowles might be gone. That defense, Josie Jewell might get traded. Who knows? You keep Surtain. You keep Simmons maybe. Surtain's probably going to stay. But, Simmons might be gone. So it's like, do we want to win games? Sure. I love winning, especially against the Chiefs. I'm cool if we beat the Chiefs, okay? But from a long-term perspective, I don't want to win. I'll admit it. I don't want to win at all. I don't want to win at all. Because I want the draft picks. I want all the draft picks. I want the future. And if the future doesn't work out, fine. Then we restart. We keep doing this until we figure it out. Now, if it keeps going on too long, we go get a vet. That's what we're in now, though. That's the stage we're in now for the last 7 years since Peyton left. Since Peyton retired with the Super Bowl. That was our last happy memories. Trevor Siemian, okay. Brock Osweiler, okay. Did we give up on Drew Lock a little too early? Some might say, maybe. Just to get Russ? It might go down. Someone said it when I was watching, I think it was ESPN. Someone said that it might go down as the worst trade in NFL history. It really might. It really, really might. Because we were expecting, be first or second in the division, but we're not. We're not. So when we're not good, let's restart. Let's restart. Let's actually restart instead of putting Band-Aids on. That's what we've been doing for the last 7 years. We've been putting Band-Aids on. Let's go get a quarterback. I'm happy we beat the Chiefs. Finally, we beat the Chiefs. Chiefs lose at home. I love it. Sick. Let's lose. Let's tank. Let's go tank. Let's tank for Caleb. Long-term play, I think, is what's going to happen. If no one gets traded in the next 24 hours, we're going to trade everyone on draft night. Or the day or two before draft night. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to go get a quarterback. That's the only play that I see happening. Unless they make trades in the next 24 hours, like I said. But from what I see, it's leaning towards draft night, and I'm cool with that. And they're going to ask for a lot, even though we could probably get it close enough right now. But, when draft night comes around, we're gonna be trading everyone away. And, the biggest price tag is Patrick Surtain. He's the biggest price tag. And we're going to have to get rid of him to get a quarterback, which sucks because I like Surtain. But we won. We beat the Chiefs. Was Patty healthy? Who knows? Probably not. And it was cold. I'm just happy we beat the Chiefs, okay? Let's move on. Bengals, 31. 49ers, 17. I think Sam Darnold should have started. Excuse me. I think Sam Darnold should have started. Brock Purdy just didn't look right. He looked awful game. I know that Bengals defense is pretty good. It's showing a lot of life, keeping the team alive. But Brock Purdy, and he went down again. I mean, he slammed his head. There was a video that I saw. He slammed his head against the grass. He slammed it. And just coming off concussion protocol, you think that's good for the head? Nah. Sam Darnold should have started, in my opinion. I'd rather see Sam Darnold out there and have 100% Brock Purdy the next week than see what happened today. I like the 49ers. 49ers are, it's Eagles and 49ers head-to-head. They play, what was it? They play next week, or I think it's December 3rd they play together, or play against each other, Eagles, 49ers. But yeah, I mean, they need Debo back. Christian, I don't know if he's 100%, but he's freaking close to 100%. So, I mean, I would love to see Sam Darnold play. Gosh, mixing the names up. But the Bengals, Joe's back. We saw him moving around in the pocket. He scrambled a little bit. He's back. He's back. Just in time for this weekend, too. He's back. Don't look now. Bengals are going to go on a run. Quiet run. I don't know what their record is. They're going to go on a quiet run real quick. This next game is a big game. We'll get to it because it's the Sunday night game. But they play the Bills. And I am excited for it. We did have college football happen this past weekend, too. Football. Wall to wall, love it, absolutely love it. I didn't take any notes on the college football game, but I didn't be honest, truthfully, didn't make a single bet on the college football games. Not a single one. Just didn't. I love watching it and I love feeding it, but I was like, I just didn't want to. I don't know. Just took a day off. I watched it, enjoyed myself instead of sweating out some bets, I enjoyed myself. But we got some games here. Some games I want to talk about. First pick, though. We're going to go first pick right off the bat. James Madison, -5.5. I don't know who they're playing. I saw it. It was like Georgia State or something like that. They're number 23 in the nation. They're really good. James Madison, -5.5. Lock it in. Lock it the fuck in. James Madison. They're killing it. They're undefeated too. But the big games, okay? Big games. Kansas State at Texas. Texas -4. Kansas State's rolling. They had a big win last week. Texas, I don't know. Is Quinn Ewers going to play? We don't know yet. I mean, they won last week easily. The 4 is throwing me off. I personally, I will take Texas -4 just out of pure principle, just because I don't know if Quinn Ewers is playing. It's in Texas too, which I think is a big advantage for them. Kansas State's frisky fun though. They're fun to watch. They're going to put up some numbers. That quarterback is young. He's ready to go. But personally, back to it, I think I'm going to move the line to 3. I know it's not as good value, but I'm going to take. But right here, I'll take the 4. I probably will forget about what I just said when I make the pick on Saturday because I don't put them in until Saturday. I like to hear all the news. Texas -4. A&M at Ole Miss. I'm going Ole Miss. Sure. A&M had a big game last week. They won last week. Good for Jimbo Fisher. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, though. At home, -3. Easy. Texas A&M is not good. They're, you know what? I wouldn't say not good. They're okay. They can hang in some games, but when it comes down to it, Ole Miss -3. This is a big game. Notre Dame at Clemson. Notre Dame is -3. Dabo, hot seat, question mark? Maybe. I think so. I mean, they're 4-4. QB's young, sure. But Notre Dame, they're not fighting for the playoff. I don't think they have a chance to make the playoff anymore. 2-loss team never got in, never will, until they go to 12 teams. But it's in Clemson. It's an afternoon game. Clemson's going to fight. They're going to fight so hard. And Notre Dame, who knows? ACC, independent. I don't know. We'll circle back to that one. That one's a tough one for me because I like Clemson. Maybe not like Clemson, but I like Clemson in this spot. Notre Dame is a good team, and they might just go in there and bully them around. Who knows? You know what? Fuck it. You're right. We're going Notre Dame -3. Game-winning field goal or win by a touchdown, maybe. Who knows? Missouri at Georgia. Georgia hasn't skipped a beat. Georgia has been putting their foot on people's necks and just going. No Brock Bowers. I thought last week, who did they play last week? Or was it the Kentucky game? Oh, I don't remember. Last week, whoever Georgia played last week, I thought it was going to be close. I thought it was going to be a close game, but it wasn't. Georgia hung 40 on them easily. Let's look real quick. Georgia Bulldogs, go Dogs. Florida. It was Florida. That's what it was. I thought Florida was hanging there. I know Florida's not good, but it's in the swamp. I think the line was like 14. I mean, they covered. They won by 23. So Missouri always plays them tough. Maybe I'm just thinking of last year when Georgia almost lost in Missouri at that night game. I'm just gonna go Georgia -16. I'm going Georgia -16. I think it's gonna be a tough game, afternoon game in Georgia, in the doghouse. Go Dogs. Washington at USC. USC can't tackle anyone. Caleb Williams kind of looks defeated now that they've lost a couple games. Washington. Penix is playing for the Heisman. Washington's playing for a playoff spot. Can they get past Oregon in the Pac-12 championship? That's where we're leaded. That's where we're leading to. Excuse me. Can they do it again? I don't know, but they're going to have a good shot. Because it's going to come down to the Pac-12 championship. It really is, unless Oregon loses again. But, I mean, if Washington wins out, this is going to be a tough game for them at USC, too. I like Washington. It's 3.5. I'm not excited about that half, but we'll go Washington just because USC can't tackle anyone. Give me the over in this game, too. It's probably at like 72. They both can score. That Washington defense is a little better than USC's. They actually know how to tackle. USC, they're going to score 30 or 40. They barely escaped last week. I'm going Washington. It feels like the life and the breath, the air is just out of USC now that they don't have a CFP chance. So we'll go Washington. Even though USC might play spoiler, they're going to come in there and fight for sure. Be like, Washington's not getting in there. If we're not getting in there, Washington's not getting in there. LSU at Bama. Biggest game of the day. LSU defense, suspect. Very, very suspect. Not good. Are they going to be ready to go? Yeah. LSU is going to try to score a lot of points. That Bama defense isn't going to allow it to happen. It's not going to let it happen. I don't know what the over-under is. Let's look real quick. But I've been saying it for weeks. Bama's going to play slow football the entire game. And they're going to try to run the ball. And then, can I spell Alabama? Thank you. They're going to try to slow the game down. They're going to run the ball. Let's see what the over-under is. 60. Give me the under. Under. I'm taking Bama -3. I know that offense, that LSU offense is really good. They're going to score a lot of points, or at least they're going to try to. Bama might sneak into this playoff this year. Bama might sneak in this year. They got to win out. Don't get me wrong. They have to win out. This is a big game for them. But Bama -3, I love it. I absolutely love it because I don't know if LSU can score a lot of points on some okay teams or some pretty good teams. Bama is a really good team. They're not going to score a lot of points on Bama. And Bama can't keep up with LSU. So, Bama -3. Bama -3. Not that. Oregon State at CU. Night game at Folsom. Oregon State's -13. CU +13. CU +13. CU +13. Yeah, there was a video that came out. The jewelry for the CU players got stolen while they're at UCLA this last week. That's messed up. That is messed up. That's not good. Oregon State, Ugalandale, good quarterback for them. But I see you at least covering. I think Oregon State's going to win just because CU's, they were really hyped. They won those 3 games or whatever. And now we're kind of seeing them go down, come back down to earth a little bit. Are they going to be good in the next couple of years? For sure. But they're not going to win this game in my mind. I think Oregon State is better. But CU plus 13, lock it in. NFL. We're recording this. I mean, it's Monday night. I was just watching the game. We're recording this a little early. This doesn't come out till when. I don't know when I want to put this out. We'll figure that out though. NFL. Thursday night. Sleeper of a game. Titans at Steelers. Steelers -3. Kenny Pickett is questionable to play. Rib injury. Vrabel on the road. Will Levis. I think it just matters. If Kenny Pickett plays, I'm going to take the Steelers. If Kenny Pickett plays, I'm going to take the Steelers. Picks are subject to change. I think Kenny's going to play. Even Mitch Trubisky, I just think that Steelers defense is really good. So I'm just going to go Steelers -3. It's going to be an ugly game. Especially Will Levis. Can he do it back-to-back weeks? Maybe not. Beginner's luck, some might say. Yeah, sleeper of a game. I might not even watch this one. I might turn it on for 5-10 minutes and be like, okay, what's out? What else is on? Sunday morning games. Big game right off the bat. Dolphins at Chiefs. Chiefs -2.5. Chiefs. Not even a thing about it. I think the Chiefs are good. They're going to be kind of pissed that they just lost the Broncos. Dolphins are going to keep it close. Tyreek going back to Chiefs Kingdom. Tyreek is so fast. That Dolphins offense is good. But I think the Chiefs are just a notch better. Dolphins, low A tier, high B tier. Right in that weird area where, are they good enough to, make a deep run, maybe get to the Super Bowl? Some might say, but are they good enough to be in the playoffs? Absolutely. Chiefs -2.5. Seahawks at Ravens. Ravens -5.5. This is going to be an ugly game. This is going to be one of those weird score games. Seahawks are going to be ready to go. Geno Smith's going to be ready to go. DK kind of had, quiet week this past week. Ravens are rolling right now. That game against the Lions where they won 38-6. It's just sticking in my head. Ravens are getting back to healthy too. We'll go Ravens -5.5. I don't love it. But we'll go Ravens -5.5. Cardinals Browns. PJ Walker probably versus Josh Dobbs. Maybe Kyler. Does Kyler get in this week? Does Kyler get back on track this week? Picks are subject to change. I just think that Browns defense is going to come ready to go. Josh Dobbs doesn't know what to do. I hate the 8. I don't like. Browns should never be favored by 8 in my mind. Even with Deshaun Watson, they should never be favored by 8 over anyone. But if Kyler plays, I'm going to change the Cardinals +8. But if he doesn't play, if Josh Dobbs stays in, we'll stick with the Browns -8. I don't love it, but we'll take it. Bucks Texans. What do we want to say? Bucks. What are you doing? What are they good? Are they bad? I think they're like a C, low C team, high D team. They are not good. They are poo poo. Caca, as some might say. But the Bucks on the road against the Texans. Texans are frisky fun. CJ Stroud's kind of been playing okay lately. I'm going to go Bucks. Plus the 2.5. Kind of a weird game because that Texans defense is good, but they just lost to the Panthers. First win for the Panthers. Bucks. Can Baker put together a couple drives? That's what it is. Can they put together a couple drives for touchdowns? Not field goals, touchdowns. Because if they do, I think they can do it. And that Bucks defense is pretty good. They still got some guys on that team from that Super Bowl run. Bears at Saints. I mean, out of pure principle of the way the Saints played this past week, I have to take the Saints again. I don't like 7.5. Are we getting Tyler Bagan again? I think so. I think Eberflus, he said Justin Fields is out another week, so we're just gonna go Saints minus 7.5. I don't like it. I don't like that half. That half is gonna fuck us over later. I know it is, but it's at home for the Saints. Can they push the ball down the field again? Can they do it again? Instead of Derek Carr just throwing these flat routes every game, just push the ball down the field, man. Just let it rip a couple times. Just let it rip. Vikings at Falcons. Falcons. Unless Jameis, nope, Jameis still won't know it. Falcons minus 4.5. Vikings, again, they just took a crucial blow. That defense was starting to come around, get its legs back under them. But no Kirk. That sucks. Just no Kirk the rest of the year. Falcons, Taylor Heineke maybe. I think Taylor Heineke's going to play. Or, Desmond Ridder might have a chance for a couple series or at least a quarter. That first turnover happens. Heineke's going straight in. So Falcons minus 4.5. Rams at Packers. Is Stafford playing? If he's playing, Rams. If he's playing, Rams minus 3. Because the Packers are not good. No bueno. Packers are not good at all. But no, we'll go Rams. If Stafford's playing Rams, I don't even think it matters. I think the Packers are that bad. Commanders at Patriots, minus 3. Patriots are minus 3. Commanders, all day, every day. Commanders, plus 3. Sam Howell can go in and get it done. I know the Patriots play good at home. Mac Jones figures it out when he's at home, but they just lost Osborne to is it Osborne? One of the receivers just tore their ACL. That hurts. That hurts a lot for the Patriots. I'm going Commanders plus 3. I think Commanders win that game outright, in my opinion. Afternoon games. Kind of some stinkers besides the last two. We got Colts at Panthers. Indies minus 2.5. Panthers at home. Do they get their second win over the Colts? You know what? No, they don't. The Colts minus 2.5. Minshew. I know Reich used to coach for the Colts. Does he have some insider knowledge? A little bit. But I think that Colts team is pretty good. They're fun. Let's just say that. They're fun. They're fun to watch because they're going to hang some points up. What was that stat? They've scored at least 20 points in every single game this season. At least 20 points. So we'll go Colts minus 2.5 in Carolina. Giants at Raiders. There was no line on this game because the Raiders are playing right now. I don't like this game at all. Does Tyrod Taylor play again? Is Daniel Jones going to come back? The Giants are not good. I think the Giants are the worst team in the NFL. We're just going to go Raiders. I might not even bet this game because it's going to be ugly. Jimmy G does not look good. I might turn the TV on. It might be fucking 9-14. Who knows? It is 16-7. Nice. Yeah, we'll just take the Raiders because I think the Giants are that bad. I think they're the worst team in the NFL, even with Daniel Jones, and I think they're worse with Daniel Jones. Tyrod Taylor's been playing okay at best. Last two games, two big games. The late afternoon games. Okay, the late afternoon. Personally, I think they should start this game at 2:30, even 10 minutes later. Let a quarter go by and then start this game, and then we can roll right into the Sunday night game. Cowboys at Eagles. Personally, I'm going to hammer the Eagles on this game. Eagles minus 3. I know Jalen Hurts is not 100%. There is a rivalry between these teams. Dak needs to go in there and prove something. CeeDee Lamb's been playing good. Tony Pollard's been playing good. I just think the Eagles are too much. I mean, A.J. Brown has been balling out of his mind. He broke that record for 125 yards a game. He had 7 straight games now. The record was 6 by Calvin Johnson. Balling out of his mind. Eagles just too much. I think this will be a large play for me. Eagles minus 3. I might move it to 7 because the Cowboys, they can hang around with the average teams. When they face the A-tier teams, they just get smacked. I know it's a rivalry game, but I think they might get smacked. After a high win off the Rams too, I think they're going to come in and just be like, oh, we're that good? No, you're not this good. Eagles will be like, fuck you. No, you're not this good. Eagles -3. Easy. Sunday night. Bills at Bengals. Bengals -3. These lines might change. I know I'm recording this Monday night. These lines might change, but Bills have been playing, we're used to the Bills going up and it's coming straight back down to earth. Going up and coming straight back down to earth. The Bengals are slow and steady right now. They're playing good football. Joe Burrow looks at least 100% healthy. I don't know if he still is 100%, but he's damn near close. Josh, he's been playing good football. Gabe Davis has been going crazy. Stephon's been going crazy. They just signed not LeGarrette Blount, Leonard Fournette. I don't know what to do here. I want to know what the over-under is. I might just take the over. I know I have to take a side. I'm leaning one way, but I don't feel comfortable about any of this. Any of these games. Week 9. Let's see what the over-under is real quick. Chargers, Jets, Monday night. Who cares? Oh, my gosh. The match predictor on ESPN has the Bills winning by, it's 66-33 right now. 48.5. I like the over. We'll write down over on it. But I am going to go Bengals. And here's why. Bills have had, some Matt Milano. He got hurt. Their secondary is not healthy. They lost Travius White. They're going into Cincy. You can kind of feel the Bengals starting to roll. I said at the top, they're starting to roll. Silently, they're going to go on a little bit of a run here. This is a big game for the Bengals. Last year, GameStop too. Some guy tweeted out. It was a messed up tweet, but it was funny. What happened it wasn't about last year, but what could happen this year. I chuckled. Okay, I chuckled. Fine, I chuckled. I didn't retweet it or anything. I didn't like it. I just chuckled. Twitter's funny. Bills, yes, their offense is good, but they're doing this. They're kind of the same thing. The Bengals and the Bills are both tracking like they need to just play solid football. They don't need to blow anyone out anymore. They just need to play solid football. And they're both, in my mind, doing that. But Bengals are healthier. Bengals are trending upwards in my mind. Bills are kind of stagnant in my head. Yeah, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good all year. They're gonna make a playoff run in my mind. They're gonna win their division. But Bengals and the over, that's it. That's the lock. We just ran through all the games next week. Chargers, Jets. Who cares? I'm just gonna take I know is it in? I think it's in New York too. That sucks for the Chargers. Chargers can't travel. Might go Jets on that one. We'll get there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Name change coming soon. Beyond the spread. All right, we are out.